The closet smelled like dust, cedar, and secrets. Marcus Hale had always believed closets were meant to hide clothes, not men, not fear, not truth. Yet here he was, pressed between winter coats and forgotten jackets, his back stiff against the wooden panel, his breath shallow, his heartbeat so loud it felt like it might punch through his ribs and announce his presence to the world. And then a gloved hand covered his mouth. Not roughly, not gently either, firm, controlled. Final. Marcus's blue eyes widened in terror, darting toward the mirror mounted inside the closet door. In it, he saw himself, a 46-year-old corporate consultant, tailored blue suit, silver-threaded hair, eyes full of regret. Behind him stood a woman he barely knew. She wore a pink housekeeper's uniform. Her dark hair was neatly pulled back. Her face, young, composed, but trembling with a storm of emotions she could no longer hide. Yellow rubber gloves. Bright, clean, stark against his pale skin. Her other hand rested on his shoulder, not as reassurance, but as a warning, "Do not make a sound." Her name was Naomi Carter, and in that moment, she was the only thing standing between Marcus Hale and death. That 1 minute earlier, Marcus had been pacing the hotel suite, his phone pressed to his ear, his voice sharp and impatient. "I don't care what it costs," he snapped. "Bury it. Tonight." The man on the other end hesitated. "Sir, there are witnesses." Marcus closed his eyes. "Then by their silence. Or destroy their credibility. You know how this works." He ended the call and exhaled, loosening his tie. For years, Marcus Hale had been a master of control. Boardrooms bent to him. Politicians answered his calls. Laws were suggestions, obstacles to be maneuvered around with the right money, the right pressure. He had stepped on countless people to reach the top. People whose names he forgot as easily as he changed suits. That he believed power erased consequences. He was wrong. A soft knock came at the door. "Housekeeping." Marcus barely looked up. "Come back later." No response. The knock came again, slower this time. Annoyed, Marcus crossed the room and yanked open the door. That was when he saw her. Naomi stood there with a cleaning cart, eyes lowered respectfully, posture polite. But something in her gaze, something sharp and searching, made Marcus pause. "I'm sorry, sir," she said softly. "Front desk asked me to check the smoke detector." Marcus frowned. "I didn't request." Then he noticed the hallway. Empty, too empty. That was when Naomi's expression changed, fear, urgency. And before Marcus could ask another question, Naomi rushed inside, slammed the door shut, locked it, and grabbed him by the arm. "They're coming," she whispered. "What are you talking about?" Marcus snapped. Naomi didn't answer. Instead, she pulled him toward the bedroom closet. Back in the present moment, Naomi listened. Footsteps outside the suite. Heavy, deliberate. Not hotel security. Marcus recognized the sound instantly. Men who didn't knock twice. Men he had hired before. His stomach dropped. No, not tonight. Naomi's gloved hand tightened over his mouth as the door handle rattled. Marcus felt panic rise like bile. That he tried to speak. She leaned close, her breath warm against his ear. "If you make a sound," she whispered, "they'll kill you." His eyes burned with fear. "But if you trust me," she added, voice shaking, "you might live long enough to understand why you deserve this." The door burst open. 3 men entered the suite, black jackets. No insignia, professional silence. They spread out, scanning the room with the precision of predators. One of them spoke into an earpiece. "Target is here. Sweep in progress." Marcus felt his knees weaken. Naomi didn't move. She stayed perfectly still, pressed behind him, her hand unwavering. Inside the closet, time slowed. Each breath felt borrowed. The men searched the bathroom, the balcony, under the bed. Then footsteps approached the closet. Marcus's heart screamed. A shadow fell across the door. A hand reached for the handle. Naomi leaned closer and whispered something Marcus would never forget. "You don't recognize me, but I recognize you." As the closet door creaked open, Naomi spoke. Calm, clear, almost peaceful. "My father's name was Samuel Carter." The man at the door froze. Marcus's eyes widened. Samuel Carter. The name hit him like a gunshot. No, impossible. "That name doesn't mean anything to you anymore, does it?" Naomi continued softly. "It shouldn't. You made sure of that." The closet door opened fully. The men stared inside. Marcus expected a bullet. Instead, Naomi stepped forward, removing her hand from his mouth. She looked directly at the men. I called this in, she said. Security breach. Wrong suite. One of the men frowned. Who are you? Housekeeping, she replied evenly. You want to explain to hotel management why you're pointing weapons in a guest room? The men hesitated. Marcus stared at her in disbelief. She was lying. Fearlessly, one man checked his phone. Another scanned the hallway camera feed. Silence stretched. Finally, the leader cursed under his breath. Stand down, he muttered. We'll regroup. They left as quickly as they came. The door clicked shut. The suite fell silent. Marcus collapsed against the closet wall. Alive, that minutes passed before either of them spoke. Marcus finally found his voice. You saved my life. Naomi turned to him slowly. Her eyes were wet, not with relief, but with restrained fury. No, she said. I delayed your death. She removed her gloves one finger at a time. My father worked for one of your subcontractors. Safety violations. Illegal dumping. You knew. Marcus swallowed hard. He tried to expose it. Naomi continued. You buried the report. Then the accident happened. Marcus remembered that a factory collapsed, that a news cycle silenced in days, that a payout signed without reading names. My mother died 3 months later, Naomi said. Stress. They said. Marcus couldn't look at her. I didn't come here to kill you, she said quietly. That would have been easy. Then why? Marcus asked hoarsely. Naomi stepped back, opening the closet door fully. So you could feel what it's like, she said, to be powerless, even for a moment. Naomi placed a folder on the table. Documents. Evidence. Emails. Proof of everything Marcus had hidden for decades. I've already sent copies, she said. Journalists. Federal investigators. Marcus stared at the folder, his empire crumbling. You can run, Naomi added. But they'll find you. She moved toward the door. Or, she paused. You can finally do one honest thing. Marcus's voice broke. What do you want? Naomi looked back one last time. Tell the truth, she said, loudly. Then she left. 6 months later, Marcus Hale stood in a courtroom in a suit. No power, just a man confessing. The world watched. Naomi watched too, this time from the light. And for the first time in his life, Marcus spoke without hiding. The closet door was finally open, and nothing inside could hurt anyone again.